All right, now that I've hung out with the dogs for a bit, it's time to go out and get something to cook for dinner. And of course, I could take the truck to go do that, but it's way more fun to take the bike. One of the things I've actually been meaning to put in a video is these Nelson Rigg tail bags. You know, we got this one for Jessica's Triumph a while ago, and I got this just because I've used Nelson Rigg tail bags for years. Tail bags, tank bags, whatever. They make a bunch of different shit. You guys remember the tail bag I always had on my Rocket 3 was actually a Nelson Rigg tail bag that was like over a decade old, and it was still holding up just fine, and I used it constantly. It's how I carried around all my camera gear. It was actually a magnetic tank bag, but it fit on the tail section of the Rocket perfectly. So when it came time to get a tail bag for Jessica's bike, obviously I went Nelson Rigg. Well, since we started posting a couple pictures of it, Nelson Rigg said, hey, why don't you let us send you another tail bag for your Ducati? And they did. So I figured to give you guys a little review of the tail bag just because they were so cool to send it to me. And also I can recommend it because, like I said, I've been using Nelson Rigg products for years and they've held up perfectly. I like these because they mount super simple, they look super clean, and they look like they belong on the bike, and it's just one big compartment, which is what I like. This is actually way easier to use for just throwing everyday stuff in as opposed to these bags, which are actually a serious pain in the ass to use. I don't use them very often. I almost always put my stuff in this unless it's something I really need to lock away just because this is so easy to use. So you guys know me, I don't do normal reviews. So instead of saying, well, this is how it mounts to the bike and these are how the zippers work, because I don't really give a fuck. I don't do stuff like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the Ducati. I'm going to go and I'm going to get everything I need to cook a full dinner. And I'm going to see if I can fit that all in this tail bag. So I figured to make things a little more interesting for this fill the bag challenge, or cook dinner out of a, or cook dinner off a motorcycle challenge, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Instead of going to the regular grocery store, I'm going to go to Costco. I might as well make things a little bit harder on myself and buy everything in bulk and see if this Nelson Rigg tail bag can still handle it. Again, I have not pre-planned this, by the way. I have no idea if all this shit's going to fit. I actually don't even know what I'm going to make for dinner. I'm just going to go see what looks good. All right. Well, now let's see if I can make everything I got here fit in this bag. You know, I do have these in case it doesn't work, but I'm going to try to make everything fit in here. First things first, we got salmon. And it's a little bit of a tight fit, but it does fit. Cauliflower rice, since I am on a keto diet, I can't have real rice, which sucks, but this is almost as good. Got that 3-berry blend for my morning dirt bike smoothies. You know, maybe I should actually, go through everything I've started eating and how I've changed my diet in order to lose 100 pounds. I don't know if anybody's interested in seeing that, but I'll make a video on it if you guys are. All right, we're starting to look a little full already, but I can fit a few more things in here. Pork loin on sale for $2 a pound, and I just couldn't say no. We were out of oil, so I had to grab a little more avocado oil here. A big old pack of portobello mushrooms. And, of course, for Jessica, the finest vintage Kirkland brand wine. This stuff is only $8 a bottle, and it's actually pretty good for what it is. Now, this doesn't look like it's exactly going to fit, so what I'm going to have to do, it does have this zipper here where you can make it taller, so I'm going to undo that. And now the whole thing, I think you gain like a couple inches. Boom. Now we can fit that sweet berry wine in there. All right. Mushrooms on top. Shit, we even got room for something else in there. Boom. Dinner and then some in the Nelson Rigg 1060S tail bag. All right, I know what I saved room for. I took the divider out, so I'm going to go ahead and shove that in there too. Almost left it.